Welcome to RPG Capper, the channel where we cap RPGs of various design. Come to you live from the soda mansion where the bottle caps live and the CO2 bubbles never stop rising. Today, we are going to begin Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, with the level cap being 99, and our current status: level 10 for CECIL, level 10 for KAIN, level 10 for ROSA, level 1 for RYDIA, and level 25 for Edge. Let's begin our adventure. Okay, so before we begin, I'd like to thank Travis the Nice Guy for the recent follow. Thank you very much for being a part of the Soda Mention. Very much appreciated, Travis. Also, we received some cheer bits from Hello Mr. Bird. Thank you very much for your 3,500 cheer bits, sir. Very much appreciated as well. We hope to see you. We hope to see you often here in RPG Capper. So anyway, Final Fantasy II, trademark, copyright 1991, Squaresoft, licensed by Nintendo. So, as you all know, Final Fantasy II is really Final Fantasy IV, but considering that I'm going by release order of the games here in the West, I'm just pretty much decided to move ahead to this Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy. Before we decide we're going to do a major reset and start from the beginning at a later time that covers the proper numbering sequence. But I pretty much have wanted to also cover this game for a very long time as well. So anyways, let's begin. Captain Cecil, we are about to arrive. Good. Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people? That's our duty. Do we really have to keep doing this? Give us the crystal of water. What have we done? The crystal or your life? Never. Then take the crystal by force. No, don't dare to defy us! Alright, take the crystal. You should have said it earlier. Why is the King of Baron doing this? Why do you pursue the crystal so eagerly? No comment. We take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Looting is out of the question. Stop it! Captain, we can't stand doing this anymore. Listen. Possessing the crystal is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty judged that Mysidians know too much about the secret of the crystal. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the Kingdom Baron. The royal command is absolute. Captain! Monsters! Take up fighting positions. No, this is an automatic battle. I'm not doing anything. But it's just an example of the type of battles that we'll be encountering this kind of game. Ouch! You okay? More coming! Watch out! Everyone okay? Yes, sir, but there are too many monsters these days. Too many agreed. What's happening? We are over Baron. Make a landing. Oh, Cecil, is it the crystal water? But the Mysidians were so helpless. What are you trying to say? This way, Cecil. Please wait here. Your Majesty, I'm afraid Cecil has developed quite a rebellious air. Truly. Well done, Baigan. We must do something. Call him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Cecil, His Majesty summons you. Please come in. We thank you for successfully completing the mission. Now where is it? Here, my liege. Hand over the crystal. Real crystal. Good. Cecil, you may leave now. Your Majesty! What? What is it? We do not understand the meaning of taking crystals away from honest people. Disobeying me? No, I don't. We do know of your discontent, Cecil. If you cannot trust me, I can no longer place the Red Wings in your command. You are dismissed from your post. Your Majesty! Go and hunt the summoned monsters of the Misty Valley, and take this package to the Village Mist. You may depart tomorrow morning. Your Majesty! Cecil didn't... If you're concerned about Cecil that much, go with him, KAIN. Your Majesty, now! Leave with the package. Receive the package. Your Majesty! Sorry, KAIN. Don't worry, he'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission. But never mind, go back to your room and take a rest. Walk in all directions using the control pad and talk to every person you meet using the A button. I am so not breaking the fourth wall by saying this. You must be careful not to miss what they say. An unexpected person may give you information. Okay, and thus begins the game of Final Fantasy II. So we have Cecil here who can move up and down, left and right with her directional, which you can make use of the red directional pad over. And so since we are basically using the Super Nintendo controller for this game, there's different types of features that'll be used. So aside from the basic commands, we can also access our menu screen. Now, there's a lot to cover in this here menu screen right now, so we'll be dealing with that a little bit later. Right now, let's just walk around a bit and just interact with the environment, shall we? So let's see what the soldier has to say. I feel something strange about the king lately. I also want to check for hidden areas, because there's always hidden areas. I have faith in His Majesty. Do you now? If the king hears people talk about him like this, he'll be angry. Yep, like that isn't total despotic behavior. Treasure your life. The Misty Valley's in the northwest. Well, at least we now know where to go. Here's a nice little clock. We can interact in here. If our Dragoon KAIN and Cecil of the Red Wings joined forces, there would be no match. What's wrong? Sorry, KAIN. Oh, stop that. I mastered the dark sword as commanded by His Majesty, but it was to defend and not to rob. Do not blame yourself. His Majesty must have his own reason. Can't you sleep? Your room is at the top of the left tower. You better talk to all the people in this castle before going to bed. Before going to the bed, that is. Is there any double dialogue? Nope. Nope, no double dialogue here. Okay. The king will not see you until you have completed your mission. Nothing new, nothing new. No hidden areas. Okay, moving on. Okay, I guess we're done over here. Wait. So this is the second floor and first floor. Okay, good. I wasn't sleeping. No, I wasn't sleeping. I was only resting my eyes. I'm familiar with that old excuse. Have you brought back the crystal of water from Miss... Oh, wait, no. Heard you brought back the crystal of water from Miss Cydia. Okay, let's see what's down here. Black magic class. Sleep. Aren't you sleepy? Nope. I must have greater magic resistance than I thought, or your spells just suck. Nothing in here. I'm working on the use of magic spells in battles right now. Some monsters are immune to the basic spells such as fire, ice, and lit. Must be more to learn. Yes. As we know, in some RPGs, certain enemies have elemental weaknesses, which can do 2, 3, or 4 times the damage of the regular magic spell. Something that we need to keep in mind. We'll explore that issue a little bit later. Let's see what's in here. White magic class. Nothing in this pile of wood. Rosa became White Wizard to be of help. Be nice to her. The king has become very energetic lately, but something is strange. I'm studying the basics. I learned Cure 1 in my last class. Oh, keep it up. That's a good spell. Nothing over here. Take the treasure in this room. The switch is on the wall there. Okay, so we interacted with one object in the game, so let's see what's in the treasure. Found tent. Found Cure 1. Found 300 GP. Okay, so we have some starting money to spend. There's the switch on the wall there. Nothing over here. Always want to look for hidden rooms. Baron. You have to pull the switch here to open the door. Salute! I feel something evil within this castle lately, don't you, sir? It's too late. Better to stay in, sir. It'll be an early leave tomorrow morning. Please take a rest. Okay, so they're not letting me out of the castle at this time, so we have to stay in for a bit. So let's go this way. Okay. We're on the top lookout. Let's head back down here. Nothing over here, nothing here, nothing... Oh, hit the switch. The treasure Baron is stored here. No one is allowed. Well, I'm not allowed just about yet. Here we go. I found a good place to goof off and take a nap. Oops! No, I'm just kidding. Oh, please don't tell our boss. No, I won't. If you don't tell... if you don't. Did you see our boss sit anywhere? Yes. Sid. The classic Final Fantasy character. Off limits. Yeah, off limits for now, but... we'll see about that later on. Okay, nothing I can do in here, so let's head on. Let's move into the other direction. Okay, so now we're going this way. Cecil! You are not hurt, I was so anxious. We are not hurt, how could we be? The wizards didn't even raise their hands. Cecil! Can I see you later? Yeah, later. Dungeon. The mages who didn't submit are confined here. You can talk to them over the cage. You're that Dark Knight. Please return the crystal to Miss Cydia. Come on, I want to talk to you. You don't understand. A crystal's not just jewelry. I'm sure it isn't. But it's not right now. It's not my place to question. Okay, so we have a passage out into the moat. Doesn't look like there's any secret spot over here. So this is supposed to be an entrance to a cave, if I know correctly, which is like a secret back entrance back into Castle Baron. And I don't think there's, and if I remember correctly, there aren't any other secret passages other than that one. Because I haven't played this version of the game in decades, so my memory might be a little bit fuzzy on that one. Nothing over here. Okay, I guess we're good to go. So let's just head back. Let's head into our tower and rest up. Hey, Cecil! How's my airship doing? What's wrong? What? Who's gonna command the Red Wings then? I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon. Well, I gotta go home. I've been working all night and my daughter's worried about me. Ouch, that hurts. Captain. Yeah, you get your Z's, buddy. You get your Z's. Let's move it. I'm trying to forget about things we did in Mysidia. The Red Wings have lost their glitter. That mission has made me feel bad. Dude. Here's another lookout point. Okay, so now we're going to have to retire into our tower for the night, before the mission officially begins. Nothing over here. Second floor. I've changed the sheets. Leaving early tomorrow morning, sir? Good night. Room. Okay, so now we are on the top floor. Nothing over here. Can't have a few drinks. Nothing in the pot. Nothing over here. What happened to His Majesty, the Crystal of Mysidia? Did we really have to snatch it from the peace-loving people? Never again, even if ordered. CECIL! What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately. Nothing. Then, please don't look away. In Mysidia, we had to rob from the innocent people. Oh dear. I'm just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty. The real CECIL I know would never whimper like this. You are going to miss tomorrow, right? If anything should happen to you. Don't worry, KAIN is coming too. It's late. Go back to your room. Take care. Thanks, Rosa. Still, I'm just a dark knight. Let's go, CECIL. Outside the castle is the city of Baron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city. Thus, the Dark Knight CECIL was expelled from his command as a captain of the Red Wings. And he and Dragoon KAIN left Baron for the village mist in a valley enclosed in deep fog. Airships had been a dream of many people. After the realization of the dream came greed and ambition. Through its fleet of airships, Baron became the most powerful nation. But why is Baron seeking the crystals? Why do the monsters keep increasing? crystal was shedding its light silently. Okay, so now we are basically about to head out into the world and face many dangers. But before we get started on the real meat of this game, let's just go over the menu here quickly. So, our menu consists of the following: item, magic, equip, status, form, change, custom, and save. So we have 8 options here. In the left corner of in the left side of the screen, you see KAIN and CECIL with their character portraits, their names, their class, and their starting level. They have a starting level of 10. We do not start at level 1 in this game. That is only reserved for one other character, which we will encounter in a few moments. Their starting HP is KAIN's starting HP is 190, while CECIL is 200. Now, as we know from previous RPGs, HP stands for hit points, with the number to the left of the slash represents the number of points remaining. If those go to 0, your character is pretty much killed or swooned in this version of the game. And on the right side of the slash represents the maximum amount of hit points that can be accumulated for the current level. Ditto for magic points, which are represented by MP. MP represents how much magic points. To the left of the slash represents the amount of magic points remaining to cast a spell, while on the right hand side represents the maximum number of magic points for the current level. Now, as you can see, KAIN and CECIL cannot use magic. We will be having magic users later on in the game, which we will showcase. So let's also look at the bottom right of the screen. Right now, we've spent 24 minutes playing the game. And so the game does give you a timer to represent how much time has already passed in this particular game file. It really serves as nothing more than a mere aesthetic, and doesn't provide any major differences to the outcome of the game. Bottom right corner is GP, guild points or gold points, depending upon how you want to look at this game. We have a starting amount of 300, which we have taken from the chest and baron, so this will be served as the fiat, as the fiat currency, which will be used at various points of the game to purchase items in shops. So we'll be accumulating gold or gil as we loot chests or defeat monsters in battle. So let's just go through the other features here. So we have 3 items to start. We have a package. Now, the items that are grayed out are items that cannot be used in the menu. You have to double click on the item, which is represented by 2 finger pointers. When it says cannot use here, that means the item's forbidden to be used in the regular menu screen. It's going to be, so the package is a key item that will resolve itself a little bit later in the game. The tent here, it will allow you to recover your HP and MP to a certain extent. We can get better recovery and items later on in the game. So this is just one other one we collect from the chest. Cure 1 recovers your hit points. Now there are also other potions that can recover greater amounts. So these are the 3 to start. So anything that's already in any item that's already highlighted in white can be used, while any item highlighted in gray cannot be used. So there's magic, which KAIN cannot use, as well as CECIL, so they cannot use it. So now we'll deal with the equip and the status screen in a moment. Form allows KAIN or as well as CECIL to change up their row positions. So we're just gonna put them. So you can actually choose which row you'd like to put your characters in. Now, normally, I'm not 100% certain, but usually enemies would tend to attack pretty much the party leader at the top of the screen before moving down to other party members. roll by roll. Now, unlike in the first Final Fantasy game where you can have 4 party members, this game allows you up to a total of 5 party members. But the distribution but it appears that in this particular version of the game, now you're all welcome to correct me on this, is that each party member would be targeted 20% of the time by the different enemies in battle. And now, so you can use form to change the roll position. While change allows your characters to move from front to back, or back to front. Which, if they're in the rear, any physical attacks that can be inflicted upon by the enemy would pretty much be reduced by a set percentage amount. But ranged attacks could still be received at their full effects by the enemy. So that's something that needs to touch base on. Save allows you to save your game up. Allows you to save a game file. Now you can save anywhere on the world map and yet at certain designated checkpoints inside dungeons. So if we actually want to save the game, we can find like a certain checkpoint in the dungeon, save on the world map, and then return to our progress at a later date. Custom allows you to adjust the battle speed and the battle messages, from 1 being the fastest and 6 being the slowest. We'll keep it at 3 for the time being. Sound is at stereo, can range between mono or stereo sound. So since stereo provides the more crisper audio output, we'll leave it at that window. You can pretty much just adjust the different colors just to create different patterns. Just different color patterns. But in all honesty, I'm not exactly... I'm pretty much just gonna leave it in blue. I personally like blue. Okay, so now we need to check, we're just gonna check something else here. So, your characters can actually wield different items with different hands. Now, they can also reveal they can pretty much use their items in the right hand or the left hand. One to carry a weapon, the other to carry a shield or another weapon. There's a head for helmets, body for mail, and arms for gauntlets. So, Kain here is equipped with iron armor and a spear. And also to the bottom left, you see his dominant preferred hand. So Kain is left-handed, so he will pretty much attack with items on his left, with his left hand. So when you actually have when you equip a weapon to your character with a preferred dominant hand, they're able to provide twice the amount of twice the amount of attack in battle compared to that of a non-dominant hand. So let's also look at these little numbers here. So the sword represents attack, armor the shield represents defense, and the little orb represents magic defense. So Kain has a magic defense of 1, so it's very weak. His armor is at a defense is out of 14, and his attack at a 13. While CECIL here has an attack of 15, a defense of 17, and a magic defense of 1. His predominant hand is right hand, so he's wielding a shadow sword in his right hand, so that will provide him the best result the best damage result in battle. And he's equipped with shadow armor, as you see here. We'll be having more party members with more features as we go along in the game. So now let's check everyone's status here. So the status screen is as follows. You have your character portraits, the name, the class, starting level, dominant hand, the current experience accumulated. So as the game begins, Kain has already pre-accumulated an amount of 2,300 experience. For the next level up, he needs 759 experience points. And this meter continues until we reach the cap of 99. So now, we'll deal with the abilities in a moment. CECIL has accumulated a pre-accumulation of 3,000 experience for his next level up at 334 points. He is right-handed when starting at level 10 as well. So now, we're also now going to check on all the other stats here. For ability of strength, which was 13, agility 10, vitality 11, wisdom 6, and will is 3. So, there's also attack percentage, defense percentage, magic defense percentage. So I also have a basic idea of how these stats work, but I wouldn't be able to explain them as effectively without the use of a guide. So I am gonna have to bring up a guide here quickly. So in this particular case, let's bring up our guide. So I had to look up a scan of the manual itself, so we can actually look more properly into how each of the stats particularly use here. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick look here. Okay, so here's the green box that indicates the proper stats. So strength represents the attack power. You can provide more attack power with the increase of the stat. Agility represents the quicker churn to attack during the battle. And so the game does make use of a new system that it was introduced at the time called the ATB Active Time Battle System, where nobody waits to everything is not traditionally churn based anymore. Who gets to take the first turn depends upon how fast their ATB is activated. So it could either be your party, one of your party members, or one of the enemy party members, with some exceptions being ambushes or back attacks. So when you have at least one of your party members that has the highest agility compared to that of your other party members or the enemy, they'll always get first. They'll get first dibs in executing their commands in a battle. Vitality. So the vitality represents the amount of HP increases with every level up. So let's just go back. I'm just going to go right back here into our screen. So CECIL here has a vitality of 11. So on his next level up, he should be expected to gain an additional 11 points towards his HP total, if we are reading this stat correctly, and if the guide here if the instruction manual is to be trusted. So let's just bring over here. Let's just go back over here. So when the rating increases, the amount of HP increases, and the level up becomes greater. So we have to make sure. So if we can just continue to get our vitality stat up and up and up, we'll earn more HP for every successful level. So the wisdom here represents we are black magic power. So it's pretty much the intelligence stat for this version of the game. So with a stat of 6, CECIL's magic usage is not very good. It's pretty much piss poor. But if we were to also take a quick look here, if you have a higher black magic wisdom stat, your magic spells will become more powerful against the enemies, and provides a greater damage result after RNG dice roll calculation. Will is similar to that of wisdom, except this is more related to white magic usage. So white magic can also provide some good damage against undead enemies, or help create a success or increase the percentage of success towards your own party members in terms of a status affliction or more HP being recovered for the use of a cure spell. Okay, so now we gotta go to the right-hand side of the screen. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit more complex. Attack. So this rating will, as it states here, depends upon the strength of the weapon you hold. So the greater the figure, the more damage you can cause to the enemy. So let's go back to our screen quickly. So CECIL has a base attack strength of 15, which will, while equipped with his dominant hand, will multiply by 2. Then, which added to his strength stat will create, along with a dice roll RNG mechanic, will create the final result again of damage against the enemy. And in this case, the percentage represents the success rate that the damage will land on. That is the attack will land on the enemy to inflict damage upon. So CECIL will have an 82% success rate against the enemy. And the defense here has a base stat of 17 with 1 time, so there's no multipliers here, so he's just going to take the base stat. He's just going to take the base defense here. Base defense here with a 22% successful rate of defending defending himself against the enemy. So let's see what the manual also state on this. Okay, so let's see. So represent attack. So let's go back to attack for a moment. Rating varies depending on the strength of the weapon you hold. Greater the figure, more damage you can cause the enemy. Represents the rate of hit of the weapon you are equipped with. Defend varies depending on weapon and agility. Okay, so also it is also based upon the agility stat. So you also having a high agility stat can also increase your success of attack against the enemy. Defense depends upon the enemy you're equipped with. The greater the defense. If the greater the figure the stat, the less damage you receive from enemy attacks, and the defense percent represents how well you can avoid attacks and depends on the type of armor agility. So, okay. So also, defense percent also seems like an evasion stat. So, Cecil with his defense has a 22% chance of dodging the enemy's attack. So his armor is quite light, but that defense percentage could go down significantly the more heavier the armor Cecil equips, because armor does carry weight, and the greater the weight, the less your evasion will be against the enemy. Magic defense here. So let's take a look at magic defense. So magic defense is the higher this rating is, the less damage you receive from magic attacks by the enemy. However, in this particular case, magic defense is 1. And there's no multiplier provided here, so Cecil and Kain will be taking some heavy damage versus magic from the enemy if they were to encounter magic users. And he only has a 1% stat here. So we're also going to take a look here. Represents how well you can avoid magic attacks. Again, this varies depending on the type of armor you have and the wisdom you exercise. So it's also compared against the armor and the wisdom stat. So with armor plus wisdom, will represent an overall. This will pretty much represent the overall result that will come across based upon what type of spell the enemy inflicts upon you. And again, it also depends upon RNG dice roll calculations. Okay, so these Super Nintendo RPGs are a little bit more complicated than that of the Famicom and other Master System RPGs. So we do have a bit of our work cut out for us here. Okay, so let's go back to this. Kain. So Kain has a 2% magic defense. 13 times 2. His strength's a little bit weaker, but it's a little bit concerning on that part. So it looks to me that so Cecil may be able to dish out greater damage with his attacks versus Kain. Okay, but Kain's a bit more agile than, let's see, agility is 11. So so he's a slightly bit more agile than Cecil, and Kain also has a special ability that we'll also explore in a minute. Let me just see if we can pretty much look up that ability as well. Okay, so Kain also has a jump ability, which allows him to take to the sky and dive bomb an enemy after an additional turn. So by doing so, he should be able to land. He should be able to do double damage against this enemy with a successful dime bomb attack from his jump ability. Again, I'm kind of throwing. Let me just take another quick look at the manual to confirm this here. Okay, here we go. Kain, a Dragoon of the Kingdom of Baron, can make a jump attack. This causes great damage to the enemy since he is immune to enemy attacks while he is in the air. Okay, so they don't go any further into the manual like this. And, I'm kind of not surprised because of how iffy the Final Fantasy II US manual really is. But it seems to me we've covered the basics of this. We'll be exploring this a little bit further when we get our magic users in our party. So for the time being, let's head into the town of Baron and explore for a bit. Let me just bring this back up here. Good. CECIL of the Red Wing. Misty Valley is beyond the Cave of Northwest. This is the training room for your warriors. We teach you how to advance in your adventure. You better listen to the instructions or you may not go far. Why is the king training the soldiers how to use the Sword of Dark Side? Don't go to Mist, it'll be awful, I can tell. No, orders are orders, woman. We can't be helped. Also, sometimes special items can be found in pots, so let's look around. Found Cure 1, so we found additional Cure 1 found in this little here pot. I can't access the pot that's surrounded by all these other 3 pots, unfortunately. And of course, you might also want to check for hidden areas, because there's always hidden areas in the game. Ouch! Yep, don't touch that fire. Rosa's mother. The king's become dreadful. I heard you did an awful thing in Mysidia. Don't drag Rosa into trouble, I beg you. Well, we're trying. Anything over here? Found Ether 1. Okay, so we have... So, yeah, Ether helps restore MP. Which is very important for a game like this. Tent. So we found an additional tent in the pot here. So we found an Ether and a tent. Okay. Let's take a look in here. Cure 1, so we found another Cure 1. And we want to keep looking for as many hidden items as possible, because the more items we can populate our menu here, the better. You never know what the outcomes in battle will be. Nothing in the well. Sometimes you want to search around the grass, and if there's a hard spot in the grass that you can't go through, chances are there's an item in there. No pot, nothing in this here pot. Let's see what's in here. Serpent Road. This is the Serpent Road that leads to Mysidia, but now Mysidia has sealed the road. Okay. It has been sealed at Mysidia's end. Nothing over here, nothing over here. Here's the item shop. Do not forget to take Cure 1, Heal, and Tent. It'll be tough outside of the town. Nope, no freebies in here. Cure 1. A carrot. Now this, if I remember correctly, carrots are used to attract the fat chocobo, which is used to help store your items. Ether ones... Okay. So ethers are very expensive. Not enough GP, well, goodbye. Life should... Okay, life... Okay. 150 GP. Okay, so life potion is expected to help... Okay. This game has a very... has just very kooky style... naming conventions here, so I'm presuming that life helps resurrect fallen party members while cure status ailments. But I may have to check the manual on this one. Let's get back into it and let's see what it has. Okay, we may have to go back a little bit further. I think there's a specific chart that you get with this game with the cartridge version of the game that explains all the items. Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on. I may have spoken too soon on that one. Here we go. Okay, finally. Life recovers a swoon condition. Yes, swoon, which is just another term for fainted, because apparently death is just not a good thing to say in this game. Welcome to 1991, people. Okay, E for 1. Recovers MPs. Effect low, used on one person or enemy. Heal recovers all conditions except swoon. Okay, so yeah, so there we go. Carrot calls big chocobo. This is used where it smells like chocobos. Okay, so the weapon, the Shadow Sword, has an 80% attack rate darkness. Dark Knight. 9. Okay. Right. Okay, let's get back into it. Locked. So we can't go in there. I don't believe we're going to be encountering any status-inflicting enemies this early in the game. But anyways, let's go in here. Ouch! Whoa. Let me check what that shell said. Buoyancy and its principles. Nothing over here. Can't have a drink. It's the new engine. Despite Sid's grizzled appearance, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. The history of the shipbuilding. A guide of world birds. Nothing over here. More all-night work. He still feels young. Townfolk speak ill of soldiers and the king. My father often quarrels with them for that. Oh boy. Alright, moving on. Okay, we've been in there. Locked. Okay, we've been locked out of the weapons shop. And armory too. I think that's Rosa's mother's house. I'm not going to be staying at the inn right now, because inns, as we all know, help restore all HP and MP. But if our guys are getting too weak in battle, we can come back here, pay a set fee, and rest the night. Wanted, great dancers. Ask at the counter. Baronian Inn. Why are you wearing such dark armor? Are you a bad guy? Well, a little. Found Cure 1. Okay, we found some more Cure 1. Okay. Nothing over here. So let's just at least... Hello, 50 GP a night. Will you stay? Nope, because come again. Yeah, because I don't need to stay if we're already fully rested up and refreshed. Nothing over here. Okay, there's a wall. Let's hit the switch and just loot the innkeep. Found Cure 1. Found Heal. Found Tent. Okay, so we found a few freebies here, especially a new heal potion. CECIL. I've done nothing. I've never failed to pay the taxes. Nothing in the pot. Nothing on the shelf. Welcome, Mr. Dark Knight. Money? No, I can't charge you. Okay, nothing over here. Okay, so we're pretty much done in here. So let's go into training room. Training room. So here's this guy. Namingly, would you like to change your name? No. Well, what do you say? Very well, anytime if you change your mind. So Ernest Namingly here, yes, that's his name, and it's been carried over in future versions of this game. Gives you the option to change the name of your characters. But it's kind of... I'm not really that into doing name changes. The names are already preset. I mean, if there were already other characters, if there's an unnamed character, I'll give him the name of RPG Capper to represent myself. But if not, then the characters can have their basic names. Okay. Oh, hi, Queen Veronica. Good to see you here. How's it going? And when your items get too many to carry, go to the big chocobos and leave items in their care. When it smells like chocobos, use carrot. Big chocobos will surely appear. Okay, but we don't have too many items yet, so we don't need to make use of the big chocobo just about yet. Good, how are you? Not bad myself. I'm starting Final Fantasy 2, well, basically the US 2, since everyone knows it's Final Fantasy 4. But I pretty much just I'm gonna rely on that little coattail as an excuse to play this game, since it's also a personal fave of mine. So, I was in the Source X stream last night, heard he finally completed Princess Tomato. And he's still... let's see here. Oh, wait, I want to talk to this guy. You can change your name by talking to the man on the left. He's everywhere. Find him in towns. It is better to save before taking a rest or going to unknown places. Even if your party is wiped out, you may restart from the point at which you saved. Sad, that's sage advice. To make a record of your journey is called save. You can make a save on the field map or save points, all around the world. When you hear a new name, you better note its direction. Same as maps. The upper part means north, and lower south. Left means west, and to the right is east. Yeah, because we have to go to the town of Mist, which is in the northwest. You can make a total of 4 saves. You better make more than 2 saves, in case a save should be lost. Specifying where to save the data, your family can enjoy the game in churn. Another 4th wall break. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. When walking, only one person will be shown. You can select that person by the R button. Okay, so I can use the R button to switch between Cecil and KAIN. So, yeah. I had a pretty good weekend at the Icon convention. Had a chance to take a friend of mine. She showed her around the place. We had a few good games. We had a pretty good game of zombie dice on Sunday, which is amazing. Oh wait, I want to see what this one has to say. You can't go inside a place with chocobos. Get off first by pushing A button. Remember, chocobos will return to their woods when freed. They live in a round-shaped forest. You can catch and ride chocobos using A button, just like talking. While riding chocobos, you don't encounter enemies. Yeah, because chocobos are very agile creatures. Enemies can't catch up to them. Do you know chocobos? They are ostrich-like birds which can be used as transportation. Well, that's a good way of comparing them to. Okay. So, yeah, we had a pretty good time at Icon. Got to see an Idol concert over there. We actually also had a chance to, play zombie dice. We played, like, this flower game called Lacuna. We had to play, it's a bit like checkers in a way, but with flowers. And you just have to put a pawn between 2 flowers and collect them if you can create a straight line, imaginary straight line between the 2. If you want to read the words slowly during the battles, reduce the battle message speed. So more studies over here. You need to decide quickly in battles. If you're not confident or not used to it yet, use the menu screen to reduce the battle speed. Yep, because of the active time battle system. You should move the people with less HP to the back by using the change command. During the battles, you can change the front and rear row by pushing the left of the control pad when in churn. By pushing to right, you can select parry. So that's good to know. Recklessness often proves to be damaging. When you are losing a battle, don't hesitate to run away by pushing L and R buttons at the same time. Don't keep running away from your enemies. You may drop some money when escaping from them. Oh yeah, this game penalizes you if you were to constantly run away from battle. If you were to run away from battle too many times, you do risk losing money. So you always want to make sure you can win. You have enough items, weapons, and good enough weapons to win your battles. Because losing money really sucks in this game. There are spells which can be used for all. In the battles, you can cast a spell on all enemies by pushing the control pad to left, and all allies to right. On menu screen, you can cast spells to all by pushing either left or right. So yeah, in this game, you can multi-target enemies with a push of a button. It's not restricted to the use of a specific spell like it was in Final Fantasy 1. Monsters like zombies and skeletons receive great damage from fire and cure magic. Yeah, because it's 2 times damage versus elemental. Monsters living in water are weak against the attacks of thunder. Good to know. Some monsters have their weak points. Monsters of fire is weak against coldness. Monsters of ice is weak against fire. See? Now you're catching on. You can equip weapons on a certain hand. There are some who can equip on both hands, though. Yes, ambidexterity is a thing in this game, too. Be careful not to run out of the arrows. Bows won't, but arrows will be gone when used. So keep those arrows nicely stocked. Some weapons can be used as items during battles. You have to equip them on the hand first, though. To change or supply new weapons during battles, select and change within the item window. Need to change or supply new weapons now. Okay, well, we have a basic understanding of that. So we'll be accustomed to this system as we go along through the games. Is there a hidden area anywhere around here? Anything else interesting happen with you lately, Queen Veronica? If you're still here? Okay, I think we're done in school for now, so let's head on out. Okay, so let's move around town a bit more. Nothing in these trees. Actually, let's go over here. Wow, the Dark Knight, a bit scary, but cool. Oh, here's a dancer. Oh, the Dark Knight, want to see something? Yes, you get dancers in this game too, so she did a bit of the saber dance for me. So let's just go into the waterway here. So we can move around a bit in here too. Now sometimes there are hidden items around here, so here's a spot of water I can't go through. And it turns out there's a tent in this spot. Found another tent, so we're pretty much nicely loaded up on tents. Okay. So let's take a look. So we got 5 tents. We can't use a tent in town because it's now these items have to be used on the world map, not in a dungeon unless you're in a designated safe spot. So Eva restores MP, Cure restores a little bit of HP, and it heals status ailments. Cool. But remember, we don't leave until we finish our business in the town. We have to complete the town thoroughly here. That door at the west building in town, it's the underpass to the Castle Baron. That'll become important later. Oh, here's another hidden spot. What do we find over here? This leads to a small grove. And we found another heal potion. So we're saving ourselves some good money just by doing this. Let's keep looking around the grass to see if we can find more hidden items. Found a life potion. And a heal. Alright, cool. So from our little scavenging, we were able to collect 5 tents, an ether, 5 cures, 3 heals, and a life. So this will just probably get us, take us right out of town. Yep. But, let's just at least go back to the item shop for a little bit. Since we can't access the weapon and armory, we might as well get a few more items here. Let's take a look. We already have enough tents, we don't need to worry about that. I'll take one extra heal. Okay, let's take another look at here. Okay, so we have 3 heals. Okay, for some reason, this did not merge into 1. But, alright, whatever. So we got 4 heals here. I would also like to have a full 5 heals before we leave. Okay, and you can also buy multiples of 10 as well if you wish, to help save time. It's not like the first Final Fantasy game where you have to buy 1 item at a time. That was real tedious. That was incredibly tedious when we had to do it as 4 Black Mages, because we had to like buy our heal potions 1 at a time. Okay, so let me go back to this, and I'm guessing that's good here. Alright, let's leave. Alright, so we're done, so let's do the save. So let's do it first, save our file. Okay, so we're nicely saved. I just want to take a quick look. So there we go. So when the save has been successful, it'll appear as so in that particular box. So the game gives you 4 save files, not like the first Final Fantasy game where you only have 1 measly save file. Alright, so we're good. So let's look around for a bit before we head to the Town of Mist. So we're going to engage with the enemies. It's the ATB system, so those with the higher agility gets first dibs on the enemy. Defeated 3 imps. 30 GP collected, 30 XP. Alright, let's look around a bit more. We'll deal with Kain's jump ability a little bit later. So right now, these imps are pretty weak to deal with. GP, 40 XP. So this just pretty much just leads to a peninsula. No, not sure if we have a peninsula power in this version of the game. Here. Okay, new enemies, float eyes. So we're dealing with a pretty weak fare right now. So this way is where we have to go if we want to advance the story of the game. But again, I just want to explore the Kingdom of Baron for a bit before we advance the game a little bit further. So, okay. So imps, float eyes, and eagles in this area of the game. Oh, okay, I can go this way, that's cool. Nope, can't access any hidden areas. Okay, I think that's good enough. So let's go into this whole patch. So here we are in the Chocobo Forest. Smells like chocobos. So you can select an item that you can use to help attract the fat chocobo, but we don't have carrots, but we don't need it right now since we're still good for our items. So here you see two different types of chocobos. There's a fast-moving one. We found a carrot, which we can use to attract the fat chocobo, but I'm not going to do it right now. White chocobo. MP recovered. So white chocobos recover your MP. They cannot be ridden. But we do have one chocobo. So as you can see, we could use the chocobo to walk across the land and forward our way across rivers. We got ourselves a connection issue. Okay, here we are at the cave. Alright. First dungeon of the game, the Misty Cave. CECIL gain a level. Now, while CECIL has gained a level, I'm only going to count it as far as he has his current class, because CECIL here will be slated for a major class reset. A more rather a class change and a complete level reset as a result. But that's a little bit later in the game. $60 GP, 90 XP. Nothing over here. Strike first. Okay, preemptive strike. When you strike first, the enemy cannot. The enemy's agility is severely cut down by, I believe, 75 to 80% in the encounter. So, which gives all your party members time to finish their attacks before they could strike. But the reverse is true if you're ambushed by the enemy. Oh, and this game also gives you auto-targeting, which is a godsend compared to the first Final Fantasy game. And sword rats do some significant damage. GP, 90 XP. Okay, and the item, and the enemy drops an item, a tent. So we can actually go to take all or exit. So we're gonna take it. I mean, at this stage in the game, I'll take whatever item they'll drop. Go back. Who is it? And when the screen flashes, that's a crit roll. Okay, here's a chest. Cure 1, good. Let's see if anybody's... I suppose in this particular instance I could use a Cure 1 to heal up KAIN. So that pretty much puts him back to full HP, and yeah, and to CECIL. Okay, so we're all fully healed up. Let's keep going. Found heal, cool. GP, 30 XP. Not in that direction just about yet. We'll go this way because I want to see what's in that chest. I want to loot all the chests. Another tent. Cool. Okay, nothing else to see over here. Let's keep going. Larva. Okay, so larva's a little bit stronger. Okay, so looks like he has 30 HP to them. 45 HP. 75 GB. KAIN gain a level. That's good. KAIN does not undergo any class changes in this game, so I'll be paying more attention to his leveling up. To his level ups. Over here. Cure 1. Okay, cool. No hidden areas over here. Oh. Nope, 28. So Samoth missed. Okay, this Samoth's a little bit stronger. Okay, and so that larva was in the rear, so that damage is halved. And once all the front enemies in front are dispatched, then all the enemies in the rear end up taking the full damage. They're automatically brought to front, so they take full damage. Okay, ooh, Cure 2, definitely need that. GP, 40 XP. Another tent. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Actually, I'm gonna try something. Let me just see if I can. There. Okay, so that's what I thought. You could take one like item and just put it in with the rest, and just combine it with other like items just to increase the account and free up some extra space. Wait, what did it say? Leave now. Is it a monster? One's from Baron. Who are you? Return now and I will not harm you. show up. Do you still wish to go on? We will have to face off against this character, but let's just have a bit of a moment here. Well, it's easy to replenish these Cure 1s, so let's just give everyone a full healing. And proceed. We must deliver this package to the village of Mist. Then I must. The mist is gathering. First boss battle, Mist Dragon. So we're going to demonstrate Kain's jump ability. So Kain could do 2 times damage with his dive bomb attack. And we have to be very careful here. This enemy... Damn it! Do not fight now. You have to wait until the dragon reforms itself. Fighting when Mist will freeze. Fighting with Mist will freeze you with breath. Oh well, I'll take this time to cure myself, since you can cure... Since CECIL can drink potions of battle. Similar in Final Fantasy 1, but with a little bit more leniency. So we have to wait until the dragon reforms itself to resume our attack. Okay. Now, get ready to fight. Alright. And let's continue to attack. That's the end of the Mist Dragon. 200 GP, 350 experience points. And we're out. GP, 40 XP. Village of Mist. Is there... No. Okay, I thought there could be some hidden areas in the trees, but... Package opened automatically. And we have a ring of bomb. What? We brought this package to burn the village? Why? Mommy! Mommy! Who's that? My mom's dragon fell, so my mom did too. I've heard of the people with the power to summon monsters. They are called callers. Well, they're called evokers, but callers is also probably another is just also another term I guess is acceptable. We defeated the dragons, as our mother's gone also. So our mother's gone also. You beaten my mother's dragon! We didn't mean to do this to your mother. His Majesty wanted to wipe out the callers of this village and used us to do it. Incredible! I'm afraid we must do away with her too. Kain, she's just a kid! You dare to renounce your loyalty to His Majesty? Forget it. Never again will I follow such an order. Well, Cecil, I knew you'd say so. I won't let you do it alone. Kain, I owe His Majesty much. Still, I cannot disgrace the dragoons. Then will you... But Baron is the mightiest country in the world. It's impossible for us to challenge his might alone. We must gather other countries. And you know, we must rescue Rosa. Thank you, Kain. Not for your sake. Let's get out of here fast. What about that girl? We can't leave her here alone. Listen, it's dangerous here. Come with us, okay? No! Let's take her. No! Go away! Wait, please. Go away. I hate you. I hate you all. No! She summons the Titan, Quake. And apparently that ends the fight. Oh, she's alright. Kain! 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 I can't stay here no longer. I have to escape from Baron with this girl. And we cannot access Mist Village anymore. And apparently there was a major landslide, so all we can do is go this way. We are at level 11, back to full health, so we're gonna do a save. That completes... Okay. We have 1,045 GP in our purse. So, this is the part of Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo that I'm very much annoyed with. So when this game was localized, apparently the big wigs at Square USA's office decided to do away with a specific ability that Cecil has here called the Dark Wave, which allows him allows him to multi-target enemies in a party. And if he was allowed to use his Dark Wave attack, this battle would be over instantaneously, but apparently for reasons I'm still scratching my head over, they decided to do away with his special ability. And this really ends up creating a major plot hole in the game later. 65 GP, 240 XP, Cecil gain a level. Okay, anyways, let's continue looking. So there's a town. GP, 320 XP. Gonna take that. Heading to the next town, this oasis town. Kaipo! She must rest. Welcome. Oh, take her to the room. Hurry up. Money? No, that's okay. Go ahead. Thank you. You okay? I haven't heard your name yet. I know I've done an awful thing. I can't ask for your forgiveness. But at least let me protect you, please. I finally found you, Cecil. Wait! His Majesty decided the callers of Mr. too dangerous to be left alive. What? Hand her over. No! The only thing I'm gonna hand over is the blade of my sword, buddy. Attack! I'm just gonna try going after the officer here. I think you can actually beat him. They'll only retreat. Now the thing is, this officer will retreat if you destroy all his soldiers, so I want to see if I can take out the officer, then deal with his soldiers. There, I can beat him. It takes a little bit, but you can definitely defeat the officer. 245 GP, 880 XP. No level up, though. Did I get you in trouble? I'm sorry. It's for me to apologize. Well, I know you can't forgive me, but you protected me. I'm RYDIA. Caller RYDIA joined. Let's go. Okay, so we have RYDIA now as our new party member. Starts at level 1, with an HP of 30 and an MP of 10. So that's her starting magic points. So she has no experience points whatsoever, so she's going to need 44 XP for her first level up. Wisdom 8, Will 5. 40% attack, not very, and only one time attack, so she's not very good in terms of her physical melee. Her defense isn't any better, and only has a 4% chance of defending against magic. Yeah, so she's unfortunately extremely weak, so let's see what equipment she has. She has a mere rod, only has an attack of 3, defense 6, and magic defense of 4. Very, unacceptable. She needs better equipment. Leather arm, like a leather tunic, an iron ring, and a cap. Now, I know she's a kid, but if she's going to be tagging along with us, we definitely need to get her better equipment. Nothing over here, no secret areas to exploit. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have 1,435 GP, which we'll be using to spruce, just to spruce up our guys and give them some better equipment. Nope, we don't need to stay again because we're nicely rested up. Tella has brought up his daughter Anna alone, but Anna ran away. Let's see what's over here. It's an item shop inside of the inn. Cure 1 life, 10 cured, heal 1. Okay, let me just take a quick look at our item supply. So, we don't have the package anymore, that's been opened up. 8 tents, an ether, a cure, a heal, 6 heals. Life. Okay, we'll just merge this with this, just to free up some space. I think there's supposed to be I think we should be able to... Okay, unfortunately there's no sort command in this game, so we're just gonna have to manually move items. Let's go over here, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we haven't... We could use... we have enough heals, and okay, cures... We may need to stock up on it in a few heals, but I still want to get some equipment first before we stock up on some items. Cafe. Kaipo special refreshment for desert perched throats. Perched, not parched. Okay, let's go over here. Nothing over here. Oh, welcome. We have a few customers these days because of the monsters. I can imagine. I'm on my way to Fubble, but a strange old man is denying the way in the watery pass. Only the Damchin royalty can enter Cave Antline to the east of Damchin. Okay, so we now know about the Antline Cave. Okay, so nothing over here. We can't go through this area. Nope. So no hidden areas either. Okay, here's an armory. Armor shop. Okay. Nothing. Cap, cloth, leather, iron ring. Nothing for CECIL. Okay, so nothing new for RYDIA either. We're just gonna see if we can find some better equipment later. Okay, nothing in the trees. Someone picked up a sick girl from Baron falling down. I want to go to Damchin to be a dancer. Watch me dance. Oh, she's a good dancer and a synchronized swimmer. Okay, let's move on. Underground waterways northeast of Kaipo, but 8 big sea snakes are blocking the way. Okay, sounds like another boss battle. Okay. Let's take a look if there's anything else in these pots. Found an ether, that's cool. Alright. We're gonna need that. The Damchin Castle in the north governs this area. The Crown Prince sings beautifully as a bard. Ouch! A girl from Baron was kept from falling down. She kept calling a name. Do you know CECIL? Okay, we'll go in there a little bit later. I just want to finish looking around town a bit more. Oh, there's a weapon shop. There are front and rear rows in the party's battle formation. Place weak ones in a rear row. I'm pretty much gonna have to do that in this case. Wait. Let's put her back here and. I don't like the fact that I have to do all the party members in either the front or the back. I would rather have CECIL in the front and put RYDIA in the back. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's go in here. Weapon shop. Buy. So she has a rod, a staff, a short bow, and an iron. Okay, so RYDIA here can wield. I think it would be better for her to have herself like a bow and some arrows too. So we're gonna give her a bow. Cecil cannot use... Cecil's a swordsman, so there's no swords here. So we're just going to... Okay, load her up on some arrows. And... Okay, so she's right-handed. So, if I remember correctly, you're supposed to put, the arrows in the dominant hand and the bow in the non-dominant hand. So let's do it like this. Oh, okay, so I can't put the bow in her hand, okay. That puts her in 1, but if I have... Let's load her up. Okay, so she has, so she'll serve as our archer. 715 GP from that. Now, she also has a special ability as well, so... which is the ability to call. Right now it's a little bit on the weak side, but it should help tide us over until RYDIA will have to leave our party at a later point. Welcome to Kaipo of the Damchin Desert. Let's see. Oh, there's a more training room here. Okay, so it's more that they just repeat the same thing here as they do in Baron Town. Okay, okay. But I'm gonna see if there's some hidden items in here. Nope, I can't read the notice. I mean, putting in the same training room with the exact same dialogue in different towns is awfully redundant, but... Okay, I get it, but this is 1991. People fought differently back then. Okay. Nothing new here. Yeah. They're just saying the same thing as they told me in the town of Baron. Alright. I don't think there'll be any other secret areas in here either. Oh well. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we're done in here. Anna fell in love with a man, but Tella didn't allow her to see him, so they ran away. Forbidden love. Alright, moving on. If we already... Is there... Can I move? Nope, I can't move past this area. Okay, so I gotta be in here. Rosa! Rosa. Cecil. Don't leave me, Cecil. We need Sand Ruby to cure the fever, but it is in the lair of the monster called Antlion. Best remedy for the desert fever is the Sand Ruby. Sounds like another dungeon and another boss battle. What is there? Okay. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's see how much money we have left. 715 GP, so we're gonna go back into the inn and stock up on a few items. Okay, few cures, cure 2, life heal. Okay, I was expecting that to heal, so I'm just checking to see that it's status conditions, but... Oh boy, okay. Looks like I wasted a potion, never mind. Let's get all these here. I wouldn't have been able to afford either one if I wanted to. I mean, even single one costs 10,000 GP. Okay, let's take another look. These have to be bundled together. Okay, this goes in here. There we go. I think that should be okay now. Alright, let's move on. I guess we're done here in the town, so we'll have to... Nope. Go down to the river, to the next dungeon. Okay, so we have RYDIA as our color, so let's go around the desert here for a bit. She has no black magic, no white magic. She can call it chocobo, but we don't... And she's down. Okay. This is why I wanted her in the rear. This is what I just wanted to put into the back position instead of CECIL gain a level. Okay. You have to put her in the rear formation so that way she wouldn't be targeted as much. So now I have to go... Okay, so let's see. She's swooned, so let's see if we can save up in the inn for a bit. Good night. Let's go. Okay, yeah, so when the characters are pretty much swooned or killed off, they automatically resurrect when you stay at the end. But you know what, I don't like the fact I have to change the positions like this. Okay, hang on a minute. So she has an attack of 8. Nope, that's only 3, so I definitely need that bow. Maybe I'm gonna have to put it like this. See if that'll help, and if that'll help any. That seems to work. I'm going to demonstrate the use of the chocobo call. So RYDIA can summon a chocobo to do her bidding, and the chocobo uses a claw attack against the enemy, 65. RYDIA gained a level. Ice 1. Alright, she learns a new spell. So you don't have to buy your magic spells in this game, they are automatically learned. RYDIA gained a level. Or Cure 1. Okay, so RYDIA has new spell. So Cure 1 for white, which will help restore HP, and black is Ice 1, which can actually do ice damage against enemies in battle, which costs 5 MP to use, and 3 MP for Cure 1. Alright, good to know. but her MP is really low right now, so if we're gonna be... So to use those magic powers, it's not sufficient. Nope, we're gonna have to rest up we will need to rest up back in town again, so that she'll have the ability to use that magic. I don't want to use ethers, because ethers are pricey in this game. Okay, preemptive strike. We surprised them, so we're going to be able to... So their agility is cut by 3/4. And RYDIA is not a good archer. Roll a crit. 80 GP. RYDIA gain a level. Learn sight magic. Okay, so sight magic. Okay, this one I'm gonna have to consult the manual on. Okay. Okay, here it is. Sight. Allows you to look at the world map. Okay. Let me just bring this back up here. Okay, good. Okay, so it just zooms out. So we gotta go to that river passage now. I wonder if RYDIA was any better with her little rod. Well, she finally landed a hit. Taking that. Okay, so there's the river passage. Watery Pass. Pike. Okay. So guys, I'm just gonna be right back, just gonna make a quick break. Alright, we're back. Sorry for the long wait, guys. Just the bathroom was occupied. Alright, let's get back into it. Oh. Alright, let's demonstrate some ice magic. Thanks very much, Queen Veronica. $105 GP, 180 XP. Ready to gain a level. Ah, lit 1. That's the ticket. So, basic lightning attack. Okay, so Tella's right there, but I don't want to just talk to him just yet. I want to just finish looting this chest. Found another tent. Man, these tents are everywhere. So we got 9 tents and... Wait. We got 9 tents. Cave Toad. Alright, let's try this. Nope, no more MP to use. I'll just use whatever little MP I have to cure up RYDIA. $75 GP, 135 XP. Oh, a Zombo. Okay, only 1 damage. We're in over our heads. We gotta get out of here. We lost 35 GP in the process, but if Cecil's apparently Cecil's dark weapons, such as a Shadow Sword, it is not... It's not overly effective against undead enemies, since undead enemies tend to absorb the damage of shadow weapons more easily than others. Okay, anyways, let's loot these chests. Cure 1, good. Heal. And... empty. Okay, pikes we can handle. I'm gonna have to make use of an ether for RYDIA here. So she recovers... looks like 60 MP. Okay, so let's fry some fish. That's more like it. That's what I want to see. Provide 2 times damage attack for over lightning. So no new spells learned. So pikes, since they're water-based enemies, 2 times damage when with first lightning. So now I'm gonna go and fetch Tella and add a new party member. What? You wield the dark sword? Help me, I beg you. What? A wicked bard tricked my daughter into running away to Damchin, and I sense evil in that direction of Damchin. You must be the sage Tella. I am Tella. I'm going to Damchin to get my daughter who eloped. But a huge monster is blocking the way. My magic is not strong enough to defeat it. Your dark sword might help. And this girl's a caller. She is quite gifted, I sense. We are also on our way to Damchin. Good. Let us work together to get to Damchin. Let's hurry. Sage Tella joined. Okay, so we have our new party member, Sage Tella. So he has a starting level 20 with an HP of 340 and an MP of 90. So he has a preset magic inventory of Cure 2, Heal, Life 1, Exit, Charm, and Blink. Black magic consists of Fire 1, Ice 1, Lit 1, Stop, and Psych, which is excellent since we're going to be needing those. So, I'm just want to take a quick look at what Stop and Psych will do in this case. So let's go to our manual. Stop motion. So, looks like Stop is a paralysis spell. And, Psych allows you to steal the enemy's magic power and add it to your own. So it's a drain spell of sorts. Charm causes confusion to the enemy. Exit escapes from combat, so it's a quick escape spell. Okay. So that's good to know. And Life 1 resurrects fallen comrades for under with little MP. Okay, and Blink is supposed to help increase the hit rate of your attacks, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted to go and look at them. So I gotta look under White Magic again. Blink. Avoid 2 attacks. Oh, no. Yeah, Blink is just... Yeah, so Blink allows you to increase your agility to the point where you can actually avoid an extra attack from the enemy. Okay, so there's still a lot more that I have to brush up upon in this here game. But, okay, so first things first. Let me just head back to town for a bit. Evil Shell Water Bug. So we're just going to fry everybody up here. Okay, that's the end of the bugs. I could try cooking the bug. Remedy. Looks like this guy's gonna keep on calling. Maybe ice might help. Let's see if Chocobo might do something to this. No, it just runs away. 90 GP, 110 XP. RYDIA gained a level. Learned Hold. Okay, let's see what Hold does. Okay. Hold. This is kind of strange, because I don't see the hold unless I'm not looking carefully. Okay, hang on a minute. Alright, let me just take a quick look at her magic. It's a white magic, so it should... I mean, it should appear in the list. I don't see hold in here. Okay, I guess they just forgot to include it in the manual. Yep, they forgot to include it in the manual, I guess. Well, damn. Okay, hang on. Let me just take another quick look. So, it cannot be used outside of battle, so it's supposed to, so I guess it's pretty much... So I'm guessing it's a paralysis spell, so we'll have to demonstrate that when we get back into the game. I mean, into our next battle, that is. Let's first rest up in Kaipo. GP, 86 XP. Sandworm. Well, we got ourselves a big guy to deal with. Well, that was easy enough. 25 GP, 30 XP. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is... we're gonna just make a stop at the inn and rest everybody up. Let's see how much money we have. 860. That's okay, but I was still hoping that I was gonna get some 4-figure GP before all that. Good night. Let's go. Just want to see if they're going to say anything. Nope. There's no extra dialogue when, doesn't appear there's any extra dialogue now that we have Tell in our party. Underground, what are we... yeah. So we have to deal with those big sea snakes that are going to be coming up a bit later. Oh well. Will anything now change now with Tell in our party with... Will anything change with Rosa now that we have Tell in our party, that is? Nope. Okay, nothing new here. Okay, let's save. Okay, so now we have CECIL level 13, Sage Toll level 20, and RYDIA level 7. Good, so we're making good strides. Gotta go for this desert. Okay, now we're gonna make our way through this second dungeon here. freeze up the water bug so it won't try to escape or remedy itself. Yep, it can't remedy itself, so it's pretty much a sitting duck thanks to the stop spell. Thanks to the stop spell, yes. There we go. 170 GP, 186 XP. Let's check what's in this chest. 120 GP. Okay, cool. Let's see what's over here. $130 GP, 153 XP. RYDIA gain a level. Learn sleep. Well, that's self-explanatory, since I could use it to put the enemies to sleep, so there would be sitting ducks. Okay. That leads elsewhere. Anything over here? Nope. Moving on. This leads over here, nothing this. Okay, that spell failed since there was no resulting effect. So we're just gonna have to go to stop. $170 GP, 186. CECIL gained a level. Okay, so I can't make it over the way out here. Let's see if I can do a work there. Strike first. $105 GP, 120 XP. Okay, this isn't working. $170 GP, 186 P. RYDIA gains another level. Nice. Get a heal potion. Nobody's in the danger zone just yet. Level 9. Guess I could use whatever's left of her MP to cure herself. $105 GP, 120 XP. Iron ring. Nice. Okay, let's see what type of equipment Tella has. A staff. Nope. The staff's more powerful than the rod. An iron ring. Okay. Boosts his defense by 2 and his magic defense by another 2, so do a total of 7 and 3 respectively. Alright, cool. Can't go this way. Can't. Okay, found a hidden room behind the waterfall. 1,000 GP. Cure 2 and Elixir. Nice. Since Elixirs can restore both HP and MP. But I'm not gonna be using that up. That's very important. We'll have to save it for a boss battle. Ethers. She gets 40 MP back. $170 GP, 186 XP. Alright. Get another heal potion. I may have to do some sorting here. Nope, I don't need to. Let's make sure everything is nicely arranged. Good, good, good. Alright, let's go into the next room. Cave tunes. Set 5 GP, 90 XP. Nice. Taking another heal potion, moving on. Okay, B2F. Let's see if these frogs are more, if these toads are more susceptible to ice. Oh yeah, they're more susceptible to ice than lightning. Okay, we'll stick with ice. Nope, nothing over here, nothing over here. Let's go back. Cure 1. Nope, nobody's in need of a potion right now. Draw out some MP and add it to my own. Not much of a draw, though. Survive and 90. Alright, proceeding. $105 GP, 120 XP, no level up. Taking cures. Found Ether 1, nice. Then I'll just stick with fighting this Pike. I don't want to waste more magic. 130 GP, 153 XP. RYDIA gains another level. Learns Venom. So this causes the poison status affliction on the enemy. Okay, nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here. Okay, proceeding. Okay, there's a little hut in here. Let's take rest here. A special field here will protect us from monsters. We can use our tent or cabin and even save. Let's rest now and be prepared for the coming battle in my tent. Fast asleep. She must have been very tired. You said she was a caller of mist. She seems very gifted as a magic user. With proper training, she'll be able to wield the magic other than calling monsters. How sweet, just like Anna's childhood. Anna is your only daughter. She ran away to Damchen with a bard, because I did not consent to their marriage. What do you want to go to Damchen for? My friend is suffering from a terrible fever in Kaipo. So you need the Sand Ruby. So you too are in a hurry. What is a monster of this cavern? It's a horrifying monster with 8 huge tentacles. We must defeat it first to save Anna and your friend. Let's go. Everyone's fully recovered. Now we save. Alright. Onwards. Under 30 GP, under 53 XP. Under 30 GP, under 53 XP. Alright, keeping on. Ice Rod. Okay, now we have something better. Okay, so +1 to Tella's attack. And this particular rod should be able to also cast ice in addition. 105 GP, 120 XP. Nice. Taking a cure. Okay, into the water we go. Can't go this way. Let's see if we can cast this. Yes, it casts Ice 1 on the enemy. Oh, critical hit. Nice job, RYDIA. 170 GP and 86 XP. B3F. $200 GP. Okay, we got Zombos this time. She doesn't have fire, so we are going to need to improvise. Let's cook up a few corpses. Since zombies are 2 times damage versus fire. Under 4 GP, 160 XP. No level up. And no item drop either. Cure 1. Alright, another Cure 1 potion acquired. Moving on. Okay, so those water bugs are now nicely health, so they're sitting ducks. I can just take pot shots at them. Oh well, at least RYDIA gains another level out of this. Level 11. Moving on. Let's see if I can get both water bugs this time. Ah, the effects have worn off. So hold is only a temporary paralysis spell. I guess stop must be the Wait, stop must... Oh man, I'm just kidding. Oh well, at least Cecil got a level out of it. B2F. Okay, so if when the enemy is successfully envenomed, they take 1 point of damage, but they will still continue to take extra point damage for every churn. Yep, those mages actually pack a punch. Not enough MP. Ah, son of a... Well, they can't hide behind those hags forever. Okay, so the poison's taking effect on these mages. I think they're out of MP. At least one of them is. Okay. Well, they can't be hurt by magic. Just keep missing them. Okay, so the paralysis effects do wear off. That's good. Alright, time to kick some ass again. That's one mage down. No choice, I'm gonna have to use the Ice Rod as an item here. Oh. Try this again. Well, at least I got a successful hit on him that time. Finally, I got rid of him. 360 GP, 360 XP. Oh, that was a slobber knocker of a fight. Jelly. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to run this from this one. Because we're already completely drained from MP now. We're drained of MP. Here's what I want to do. Yeah, we're already kind of a ways off on the save point, but you know what? Let's do it like this. Yeah, we have... Oh, man, this is... Yeah, we're gonna have to cross every... Okay. We're in a bit of a pickle here. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to... Oh, no, hang on, I can deal with these guys. Okay, let's keep going. Not liking the fact that you can't even... Alright. Let's just give it to... Let's just do this. 5 GP, under 20 XP. Tier 1. Under 5 GP, under 20 XP, good. Okay. Okay, so it emerges out here. Okay, there's a treasure chest. Leather cap. Okay. So RYDIA needs the armor more than anybody else here. So, okay, so we give her a leather cap. Boosts her armor defense by 1 and her magic defense by 2. Good. So we're gonna hawk off a few items when we get to the next town. And we've been attacked from behind, so this is a back attack, so this will be cutting our agility up by about 3/4, so the enemy will get first dibs against us. Oh, that's right. When you're attacked from behind, it puts you in the front row. Okay, I really need to cure up RYDIA now. See what's over here. Watery Pass North. There's just more to this dungeon. Jeez Louise. Okay. I really want to go back to that safe spot. Sorry, I really need to go back to that safe spot. No, you know what? I'm not dealing with these bastards anymore. I'm just going to go back to nut. I'll lose 90 GP if I can get back to my save point. It's been years since I last played this game, so I forgot that this dungeon can be a little bit has a little bit more death in it than others. I don't want to use the elixir because that's very precious. RYDIA gains a level, learned Warp. Okay. I hope warp is what I think it is, but I do not... let's see. 4 MP. Okay, let me just check them. I'm gonna check the manual on this one. Okay, warp. Return to the floor before. Costs 4 MP to use. Okay, we'll have to go. No, hang on. We're beating feet. We gotta go save. We gotta go save. Here, a special field enables Tendon Cabin to be used and allows you to save the adventure. Alright. Use this. Tent. So now the tent comes in handy. Okay. So everyone's fully recovered, so we save. Okay, so now we've amassed a good amount of GP in the process, so it's not all for nothing. 75 GP, 90 XP, nice. Okay, I think it should be smooth sailing from here. We did kind of get screwed. We did get screwed over by those mini mages earlier. So stop is a temporary paralysis spell. Under 70 GP, 186 XP, nice. Okay. Quinn Veronica, if you're still here, was there anything interesting happened to you this weekend? If you care to share. I want to see where this passage leads. Under 5 GP, under 20 XP. Oh, that's all I needed. 75 GP, 90 G. Okay, so that just brings me over here. So Rydia's been turned into a toad, so we gotta cure this status here. Okay, I think I have something. I think the heal potion is supposed to cure that status. Good. 105, 120. Okay, so that just leads back here. Okay, so now... gotta go this way. Watery Pass north. Oh, new enemy, the alligator. Oh, he can attack twice in one churn. And apparently he's strong against lightning. Let's try ice. But not against ice. 65, 160. Okay, just overlooking the pass. No, you know what? I ain't gonna bother with these. I spent too much time fighting them, and all I did was lose too much MP out of it. You know what? Not interested. 72 GP. Ether 1, good. Finally some ether. More ether, good. Nothing over here. Cave toads are fine. I'll deal with cave toads. GP, 120 XP. Crap, he was able to strike her twice. Okay, moving on. Nope, not dealing with these guys. Wasted way too much time fighting them. Nothing over here. Found a heal. And darkness. So I have a new sword for CECIL now. Okay, so his, okay, so he's level 15. But we have to go into the equip mode. So, okay. Attack of 17. So we switch from Shadow to Darkness. So that increases his attack by 10. We can go out from here. The monster is in the cave beyond there. We should camp to regain our strength out there. There was another campsite nearby. Oh. Okay, well. At least the Darkness Sword is helping ease the burden of battle a bit. $290 GP, 306 XP, good. Okay, so we're back out here. So we did have to use up a lot of MP, so let's just camp out here for a bit. Okay, rest it up, save. Waterfalls. It's down here. And we got thrown into this area. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, you know what? I'll humor this one last time. Don't target. Okay, get rid of these bastards first. These tiny mages are such assholes. 360, CECIL gain a level, RYDIA gain a level, learn Toad. Well, that ought to come in handy. Okay. Nothing over here, so let's go over here. Double gators. $190, $160. Didn't you... 175, 156. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we got a couple chests, darkness, and darkness. So we got some more equipment for CECIL to use. Darkness helm. Armor up by 1, magic defense up by 1. Darkness gauntlets. Defense up by 1. Alright. $255 and $233. Alright, moving on. Lake. Now we have a horde of zombies to deal with. Can't do much of anything about that. I have to basically... Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to use ether. Inhale some ether just to get your MP back. Okay, cook a few corpses now. Don't want to use the chocobo summon. I want to save that. I want to save that for the boss battle. $210 GP, 240 XP. Okay, I see the boss. Yeah, you know what, I'm not bothering. Found darkness armor and ether 1. Okay, cool. So let's equip, change our armor from shadow to darkness. Okay. So armor up by 2 and magic defense up by 1. Alright, good. Nothing over here. Any special treasures? Surprised. Wonderful. I mean, we could try to make a beat for it, but we could make a break for it, but all the jellies are going to get their chance to attack. There goes 35 GP, but that's fine. I can still make more money back. Okay, let's just go to the boss, because I really want to finish this dungeon. Nope. I'll take the 52 GP loss. Alright. Got a lot of Cure 1, so let's get... Let's just have everyone cured to full. I'll use him. Elixir... I think we should be okay for RYDIA. He's coming! Octomam! Here's the next boss, Octomam. Alright, water-based boss, so we use the lightning attacks. Got rid of one of its tentacles. I'm gonna see what happens when I call Chocobo, if he'll do any significant damage to it. Well, that's not too bad. Good job. He's slowing down. Down to one measly tentacle now. And that's the end of Octomam. 500 GP, 400 XP. Now we can go to Damchin from behind this waterfall, at least the exit. Okay, so we're out, so, hang on a minute. Okay, so we still have battle damage, so we're gonna have to recover in the tent. Okay, and we're gonna save. Okay, so what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna also save. Just gonna do a copy over the save as well. Okay, I think this would be a good time as any to call session for today. So the final stats for today is going to be for level 16 for CECIL, Dark Knight CECIL, HP of 322. Sage Tella, level 20, 340, HP, MP 90, and RYDIA the Caller at level 13. HP under 65, MP 82. And I'm gonna have everyone maintain the rear position just out of protection, just to make sure that RYDIA can be protected properly. Okay. I think, yeah, so this is gonna be it for today, so let's just return to the regular bubble screen. Okay, just finishing up here. Okay, hang on, guys. Alright. Just need to change my appearance here for a minute. There we go. Now, okay, so I have to just get rid of my limbs for a minute. Alright, good. So, anyways, thanks very much for being a part of today's RPG Capper stream as we debut Final Fantasy II, or Final Fantasy IV for all you purists out there. So this will basically be the beginning of many RPG sessions to come for Final Fantasy II. We'll see how long it'll take for us to cap this game, and in our next RPG Capper stream, we'll see what our next action RPG will be. So hope you also tune in for that. So with this being said, let's see who we can raid right now. So let's go back to here and see. Let's go back to our Twitch channel to see who's available. Okay. Okay, so some of the regular cast members that tend to follow me, they're not. So some of the regular Capper crew members tend to follow me. Aren't on right now. So let's see who else we can raid. You know what? I don't usually go to this guy's channel very often, but we were going to be raiding Cabal today. He's pretty much this eldritch horror who happens to like coffee, and I mean a lot of coffee. So if you guys really like him, then give him a good follow. So we're going to be raiding Cabal. Oh, we have a few people over there. Sorry guys, we're just finishing up this stream, but we're going to be doing a raid right now. Sorry that y'all came in at a bad time, but anyways, we're going to be raiding Cabal right now. So say hi. And with that, I'm going to say see you all next stream on RPG Capper. Take care and have a good one, everybody. Bye.
I want that for everybody. I want you all to be rich and beautiful, and mostly plastic.